Hello, hello, everybody. Just going to give people a chance to jump in. Hey, Bright Animal, how's it going? Let's see here. Just want to make sure everything's online. Normally, I have a countdown or intro in, but I'm kind of winging it this time. I just want to make sure to do a sound check. Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, Devil's Advocate, how's it going? It just gets set up here for what I'm going to be doing. There we go. Hey, Chris, Gemma Russells, Brandon Sedgwick. Excellent. Great. Everyone can hear me. Just going to give it a couple more minutes, let a few other people in before we get started. Oh, thank you, Gemma. Yeah, I'm having a good night so far. Apologies if there's any background noise. It's a bit warm in my place, and I had to have the balcony door open. And it may have something to do with the fact that I also just finished dinner and I cooked fish in the oven. So, yeah, I'm regretting that right now. Hey, Barb Isabel, too. Give it a second here. Hey, Joshua Lee in the house. How's it going? All right. Yeah, I'd say there's enough. Let's see, how many of us are there now? I don't have a way to find out. Oh, sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. That's a sizable number. Yeah. Yeah, the state of the channel is ominous to read. Well, the good news is I'm going to be kicking us off with just taking a look at a video that is a bit of a segue. So I got sent a video from Anthony Vasquez. Let me pull it up here. So essentially, it is of a I wouldn't call him a frauditor. I think that the term was used was incel, but the guy is very much using frauditor tactics. And it's having sat through it, it's like I'm only going to play just a little bit of it, but it's disgusting in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and get started with that.
Fuck you.
Suck my dick. You guys wanna fuck?
No.
Come to my van. I got an asshole.
Yeah. Well, this stream's going to be demonetized, I'm sure, but
No.
What's this Chinese shit you're speaking?
You
Whoa, we're not
stop.
racist. We don't like racist talk.
so yeah, clearly this guy's got
Speaking some other shit.
major issues. I'm not going to pause it very much because I'm more eager to just get through it.
To be
Dude,
a kiss on the
chill.
ass.
But yeah, he's saying some pretty nasty stuff, and he looks like a douche.
We call it
No, go
tenacity
away.
where it comes
Stop.
from in
Stop.
English land.
This guy's harassing us.
Shut
right
up.
now. Look at him. He's
No, I'm not.
videos
Where is
us and
that?
harassing us.
Yeah, you're following him around saying disgusting stuff. I think that qualifies.
Where is access?
I swear to God.
Access.
No, I swear to God.
No,
He's
they're
legit
not.
recording us.
Hey, they're lying, bruh.
No, I'm actually not.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not happy with how
No, I never did.
the security not doing anything about it, but
You think I'm sexy? Shit, you shut the fuck up.
Oh my
Take no for an
God.
answer, baby.
He's following.
I want a kiss from a girl
Yeah.
that looks good tonight.
yeah, this guy is foul.
Ass and make me feel right.
Security.
Fuck security.
You know what? Delete laws is only slightly worse.
Hey,
Yeah, oh, here we go.
Don't record us.
Shut up.
Suddenly, Mr. Confident is in full retreat,
What you gonna do?
and he's got the mace out.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What's up? What's up? What you gonna do?
Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up.
It says the man who's walking away. So yeah, that was a video that I figured I had to share, but at the same time, I couldn't do a full video on it. It's just way too much to sit through, and quite frankly, the guy is just repulsive. But that does kind of bring a bit of a segue to the state of the channel. First and foremost, for everyone who's watching, thank you very much for doing so. it's been awesome. I mean, this channel is basically 6 months old, and its growth has been phenomenal in that time. It's been crazy. Hey, our Texian Union, and I think I saw, yep, 90s Nostalgia Nerd. Welcome. I'm gonna try to make sure I'm paying attention to the chat as well as discussing things. But yeah, things have been going great for the last 6 months. And of course, the frauditing and softset community is never disappointed in delivering content. And in a sense, guys like this that we just covered is very much what we're seeing a lot these days with the auditors that survive. We have a few that have, are gone from us, or at least their flame is dwindling. Like PayPal Patty is gone, pretty much because he's been demonetized off of every platform. He's gone. Silence Boy, his channel got kicked down for a while. And he's back, but he's doing much of the same stuff, and it's only a matter of time before he realizes he can't go anywhere without looking over his shoulder. Our text, I'm not sure if you're talking about me. I'm actually going to be flying this one solo tonight, just because I don't want to take too long on this, but yeah, and we'll definitely set something up for the future. I definitely want to do more panels, which I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of frauders that are still around that are, they're just as ruthless as ever, and they're not getting many consequences. SGV News first, a prime example. In fact, this incel or douchebag, whatever, he reminded me very much of what SGV News is like. He loves to just talk trash, and even when he's getting a dish back at him or he's clearly not winning, he just keeps resorting to the quick shut up. It's like he doesn't want to hear it that he's getting owned. It's just how he is. Oh, thank you, Fancy Pants. Bear in mind the bar is set considerably high by others in the community, so I'm glad I got to be a starter. If you haven't had a chance, be sure to check out Blue Bacon, Kick, KFAR, Van Balian, and Degeneration Nation, Unclean Hands, all of them. They're really great. So if I was your first one, yeah, go be sure to check out others in the community. They do incredible work, sometimes far better than I. And well, I'll say hi to you, Taco Josh. I'm sorry about that, Taco and Yoshi. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm trying to not get too distracted by this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thanks for helping me get back on topic. Yeah, SGV, terrible guy. You may notice I only did one video, and it was the one with him and Downey Transparency. And that one was just too much. And that's the thing that I'm kind of getting into the segue of here. Now, I like doing videos where these guys absolutely get owned, and there's plenty of videos that I've never covered from the past that I would definitely love to revisit, because they are timeless classics. And sometimes it's not about the video, it's about just having a laugh at them, in a different way from a different creator. And that's why I watch like the same video of Glenn Sierra getting arrested, despite the fact that I made my own. It's like I watched at least 3 other people cover it, because it's about the content creator. So there are plenty of videos from the past I would definitely love to revisit. But the biggest issue I've noticed is that, and I don't know, maybe I'm some of this conspiracy theory nonsense is rubbing off on me, but I'm noticing that videos that have the frauditors getting arrested or otherwise owned spectacularly in a physical manner or whatever, they those videos have been, for some reason YouTube doesn't like them very much. They tend to limit them. And first and foremost, monetization is the least of my concerns, because I just do this on the side. I have a full-time job and everything. I'm not dependent on it like the frauditors are. But because they do limiting to it, the algorithm doesn't push it as much, and it's kind of hard to get the word out there to let people know, hey, these guys don't always win. They do face consequences. They do get arrested. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Brandon Sedgwick. KFAR said we should send all frauders to Gitmo. I agree. I very much agree. They, they are borderline domestic terrorists. I mean, they love to call the police that, but like I feel like they're the ones who are more of a bringer of chaos to society, and that's a personal opinion. I'm not making the official claim, but I mean, let's be honest, who hasn't made that claim? But getting back onto it, I want to try to show more happy endings. But as I said, YouTube doesn't seem to find them appealing. I mean, many of the videos that I've had that show frauditors or sovereign citizens getting arrested or tased, they're satisfying to watch, but YouTube doesn't want to push them as much, and yet they will gladly push the frauditors videos, without question. So it's a strange one. Hey, Kicks in the house. Tone says a booty pooty. Don't know what. Probably I'm just too tired to know what that means. But yeah, thanks for coming, Kick. So like I said, I'm kind of winging this one. I did that incel video just as kind of a, just to say at least no one's leaving empty-handed. But getting back to it, yeah, it's been a little difficult finding content that YouTube is willing to let me put out without a problem. The issue though is like these videos, they're not satisfying, at least to me, because these guys just keep doing what they're doing, and it's starting to take its toll. I hope I'm not alone in this one. I mean, if I had to watch SGV get away with yet another, I mean, the guy's been detained at gunpoint twice by police, and both times he got released within minutes, and probably maybe got cited, but we never hear of him really getting getting any real consequences for it. And and he treats cops like dirt, and it goes unanswered, and it can be demoralizing. Like these guys, these guys are clearly in the wrong, but somehow they're still going. And fortunately for us, this community is still going, so we're always going to be there to push back. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm going to try to keep this going, but I may have to restructure a little bit on my schedule. I've been keeping it pretty consistent. Oh yeah, Rusty Emerson. There's a fine point right there. Yeah, his case just keeps getting kicked down the road. It's like we're like these guys are thriving, and the justice system is playing with kit gloves. So it's like, come on, people, like bring they. I can't even find the words. It's like they're just not getting dealt with, and I really wish they would. But yeah, Daryl, I believe I agree. Like the USPS should tell post offices when they show up to just play loud music. I mean, KFAR has been talking about like Poster 7 and stuff, and I feel like a lot of them don't even know about it, and they really should. I mean, there should be a more this should be a wider issue that law enforcement and post offices, municipal buildings, they really should be more aware of these guys. And you think with all the videos out there, they would be. It's it's unfortunate. But as for me, so pretty much what I've come to realize is I'm going to have to change things up a bit in terms of favoring quality over quantity. Now, I've been consistently posting 2 videos a week. I try to make one for every Monday and one for every Friday. Oftentimes, though, when I make the one for Monday, it's over the weekend. And for some reason, the manual reviewers who decide to make it worthy of the algorithm are not working that week on the weekend or something, because I often get delayed. I know Team Skeptic had to deal with this problem as well. I remember he mentioned it. But so essentially what I need to do is I may have to relegate down to 1 full-length video a week, and I'm going to try to keep those on Friday consistently. I've been premiering them at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, because I feel like that's the time that has been left open. Nobody's nobody really premieres anything at that time. Sometimes before, sometimes after. Although a few people have surprisingly shown up at that same time. But that's why I think I will be definitely keeping the Friday videos going. As for alternative content, I may start doing shorter videos as well, maybe 1 or 2 of them just at random points during the week. And I already have a few ideas lined up, really quick ones that if I can get them under a minute, I'll just release them as shorts. I just have to figure out how to do that via the PC. And so the other thing I'd like to do is I saw somebody else mention it. I very much enjoy doing live panels, and I would definitely love to host as well as be a part of some of them. I recently did an interview on B Squared with Brandon, and if you haven't checked that out, I'll drop a link to it in the description once this is over. But it was a lot of fun, and we talked a bit about frauditors and sovereign citizens a little bit. Then we started moving on to other subjects because we're both huge nerds, and we talked about Star Trek, Babylon 5. I revealed my my love for just if I wasn't satisfied with how a show ended, or if there's a movie they never made or should have, just launching off into my ideas of how I would have done it. That was a lot of fun. And, $10 from JCar. Cops should show up, announce their channel name, then tell them to contact YouTube for unauthorized use of their image. Will work sometimes. I would. Well, first of all, thank you for the $10. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know what? I would like to see an actual, I know we have a bit of a database out there, but I'd love to see something official. And that would something that would at least tell them, okay, which auditor are we dealing with? And it's like, okay, it's that one. And at least know their history, know what their MO is, things like that. Joshua Lee, I like your little music video with Chili. Yeah, I love that too. Sadly, YouTube didn't. I mean, I got hit with a copyright claim on that one, but they still let me play the video. But the way I see it, at the end of the day, I prioritize, getting stuff out there that's entertaining. And I see something going on here. Someone kick someone. I don't know if anyone's misbehaving. To my mods out there, my rules are simple. If anyone wants to talk garbage about me, that's perfectly fine. But if they start saying things that are not appropriate towards other people, minorities or whatever, or if they want to, I try to encourage people not to be too political. But everyone is entitled to their opinion. Just keep it cordial. But if someone starts acting like a dick to anyone, and they're targeting anyone other than me, yeah, mods, you have my permission to mute them, see if they learn their lesson. If they don't, kick them. That's all I can say. Let's see what's this one, Richard. If police unions showed all their law enforcement officers with video training them on how to respond, like never answer or respond to questions, answer one question, you'll get 20 more questions. Give frauditors silence. I agree. At the same time, though, I feel like the officer should answer some questions. I think that what they really should do is that they should understand, because since frauditors are not original, they love to just say the same things over and over. I would say that they learn what the top 5 to 10 things they love to say or claim, and just do the research themselves and know how to debunk it, because there'd be nothing more satisfying than a frauder saying, oh, you can't trespass me from a public place, only for the officer to say, actually we can, according to this, this property does have the right, does reserve the right to refuse you access and ask you to leave, and if you refuse, we can escort you off. It's like, nothing dampens their spirit or makes them forced to either cut that out of the video or whatever if that happens. Yeah, Daryl, I did see about that. Season 12, episode 17, they had a subplot about a frauder. I got to see that one. I keep forgetting to look for it, because I know B Squared, Brandon, he mentioned it looked a lot like Frickin' Media and Tyrant Slayer Studios, and I have to say that would be, I would be interested to know what frauditors they watched to get the inspiration. And speaking of freaking media, I mean, it's not really about him, but I found out from Proud American that the incident in Utica, Michigan, that if, I guess Sergeant Morabito is not going to be charged with anything. He's not going to be um, he's not going to be fired. So like at least that's, I mean, I haven't seen anything official on that, but he said he found out about it from a reliable source. So that's good news. It's, I guess I don't take credit with the video I made. I think it's just that they saw what kind of person freaking media is and how he's been acting since that incident, and just realized, you know what, it's not worth extinguishing a cop's career, and make this guy seem like he was in the right. So that was good to know, that at least justice prevailed in that one. If only it happened more often. But at least that's some bright light to shine on this. But getting back to it, I very much enjoyed my discussion on B Squared, and I liked the alternative content of just talking about fun stuff. And believe me, I have no shortage of ideas, and I even explained the original concept for my channel wasn't even going to be about this. It was just going to be me making short videos asking questions that no one thinks to answer or ask in regards to popular media or movies. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of things from the Disney films alone that I'd love to put out there, just crush everyone's childhoods. Hey, Team Skeptic, welcome. The bitter old man. Oh, Sean Hawkins, you're just a bitter old man. I put you on a video when I could have put plenty of others. I also brought you on for a debate when no one else did. Get over yourself. Something. Well said, team. Well said. And I loved your video from earlier, just tearing apart Chili with the transparency headset. Which, by the way, some people have asked me if I'm ever going to cover Chili. I know I made a couple of jabs at him. To be honest, I would love to talk about Chili's videos. What I'm pretty much doing in the meantime is I'm slowly gathering clips, because I can't just do one video. I want to do like a multi-part series of Chili's greatest hits. Just everything from that first traffic stop that we watched, and all the way to him going to that city council meeting talking about cuffs being torture, him getting him causing chaos in Ironton, his stupid transparency video, and who knows what else is to come. I mean I almost caved and did a video about him having a meltdown over a one-way street with plenty of signs telling him it's a one-way street, yet kept saying there's no sign. And it's just I was so ready to do it, but I'm thinking, no, I'm going to hold on to that. I want to do the Chili con artist saga. So, and that's a big project that I may go MIA for a while working on it, because I definitely want to release it in parts. Hey, Script Cat, how's it going? Yeah, you know what? See, let's say it's that way. Like unlike these guys, I am, I do gather content for a story. I do look for, something that could. I want to tell a story. I mean, as Schizophrenic Brit had mentioned when I did my Utica video, that unlike the frauditors, for the first time, I took all the footage, edited it all together, and told a story. Like I'm better at pretending to be a journalist than they are, or making documentaries at least. Yeah, I remember that too. Like she was, I mean, she was going total, like giving it 100%. I mean, it made me laugh, but at the same time, she's being official. She's being by the book. So, yeah, you know what? I saw that one, which I found. I mean, it kills me that this one officer, like he just had this attitude of just, I'm not dealing with it. But I'm thinking he probably hasn't dealt with an auditor or many auditors as badly as the ones we've seen. And the whole, like, you're embarrassing us thing is like, I mean, I'm not law enforcement, but I would personally not be happy to see a member of the department doing that, assuming that guy's even a real cop. If he is, hey, he's got a right to his opinion, but I think he's doing more damage than good. Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Kick. I mean, I hope you feel better. Sorry to hear you got a headache, but yep. Just remember, everybody, hashtag Kick rocks. And Joshua Lee for $5. Anyone get the detail on Chili's new system? He was supposed to announce it soon. Yeah, thank you for the $5. Yeah, I mean, the video that the Team Skeptic was covering today, like that whole, I don't know, him looking like like a reject from a Star Trek Next Generation's porno film. I don't know, he kept saying, "Oh, there's got to be graphics, there's got to be stuff." Like, well, where are they? Like, if you couldn't put them in the video, then don't release the video until you do. It's just, I don't know, silly, but I mean, Team Skeptic did a great job explaining it very well. That to implement such a system would be, way too expensive, and even worse, a bit draconian. I mean, it would be more 1984-esque than the people think it is today. And he did do a stream tonight, and it had graphics. Okay, that I got to take a look at for sure. But getting back to it, yeah, for alternative content to just try, because I did enjoy myself immensely with talking about the other stuff. I'm thinking of, I don't know, it's a question of whether or not I want to try to incorporate it on this channel, or if I want to start a second one. I have a second one kind of ready, waiting in the wings if I want to do that, if I ever wanted to start a gaming channel or whatever. But the only thing my concern is, you guys all came here to see me talk about stupid. And, I certainly don't want to take that away from anybody. You guys show up for that, and, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So the whole idea of if I do alternate content, I'm not sure how many of you will be okay with that. Or how many of you may migrate over to the other one. I know, Artie, he does a pretty good job getting his audience split between gaming and him talking about stupids in court. Radical does that stuff too once in a while. It's always fun to hear. Yeah, and I like talking about it too. As I said on B Squared, what I like to bring to the table is that I'm just from a layman's perspective. I'm not an expert. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I'm just a regular person. I represent the people that these idiots claim to be defending the rights of, and as someone they're supposed to be working for, I'm not impressed. I think they're doing a terrible job. Sorry, voice is starting to go a little bit. Joshua Lee, you could do a channel similar to Vsauce. I'm actually not familiar with Vsauce. I'm gonna have to look him up. Just to see what he's like. But yeah, I'm losing my train of thought at times. But yeah, go for Turns the Sport. I appreciate that. I mean, I really do. I want to keep making content for you guys, and I'd like to think that in the long run, even if I have to split my time between talking about stupid and maybe taking a break once in a while from how the demoralizing videos that the guys never get their comeuppance, like in order to do that, I have to talk about some other things just to kind of decompress, like smile more often. I mean, you may notice that's why I do all the jokes in my videos. I put in those clips because it's good to laugh when you're watching this stuff. It's like we get to acknowledge they're stupid, and it's good to just be able to crack a smile. At Team Skeptic, Tones Over thinks that if your presentation and voice have the potential to cover anything, just use this time to perfect your craft. So you end up like Sean Hawking. Thanks, team. That's good. That's good to hear, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, Sean Hawkins, I've seen you pop up once in a while. I mean, yeah. Well, it's kind of my shtick. I mean, I mean, oddly enough, overthinking it was something that came up later, but originally it was just going to be I'm overly opinionated, but I didn't think it flowed as well. But yeah, I'm a guy who I love to look at stuff, and I just I love to break it down. I love to talk about it, and maybe I get repetitive, maybe I ramble a bit too much, but that's why I want to do, as I mentioned earlier, I want to do more live panels, so it's not just me talking. Because I think a conversation is more enjoyable. It flows more naturally. You don't need a script. You don't need a plan. I mean, even now I'm improvising here. I don't have a script. I don't get to re-record a take when something doesn't come out right. And I'll be honest, part of me's thought about saving all the cutting room floor audio of me completely bumbling my lines. I mean, you would just have this endless track of me just going blah 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 blah, blah, saying stuff like that, which would be funny. I mean, maybe I could put together something like that as a member exclusive, which does bring me to my channel members, and I do appreciate you guys a lot, and I do what I do to make sure that there's always content for you guys to see early. If I do switch to one decent length video a week, and I choose to do the shorter ones, the shorter ones will just they'll be too short to premiere. I may still do early viewings of them, or I may just drop them. Tequila straight up for $5. Thank you. Do videos of idiots in boats. I mean, technically we're in an admiralty jurisdiction, so isn't everyone in vessels? Yeah, see, Alan, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, don't burn yourself out on frauditors and soft sits. Try doing something else that you enjoy. I do enjoy tearing these guys apart. It's fun, because like I said, I'm from a layman's perspective. I have no expertise whatsoever, and even I can see the holes in their logic. I mean, that just tells you how dumb these guys are. And I do enjoy it, but you're right. I do feel a bit of a burnout at times, because a little bit of behind the scenes knowledge here that I'm sure you've heard before. For me to do these videos, I have to go looking for them, and that requires me watching a lot of videos that don't make the cut. And one of the main reasons a lot of them don't make the cut is because these guys they get to, they're pigeons playing chess, as Kfar would put it. They get to walk away having knocked off all the pieces and shat all over the board, and they get to declare victory. And it's disgusting at times. It wears you down. If you could feature more citizens and call it Baywatch. That makes me smile. That gives me some new energy here. I'm loving that. Very well. I have my Fez, which I haven't been using much. I need to engage my Fez more often. I've been seeing a few more videos, but I need to find some more. And but I lost my train of thought. But yeah, these guys, to watch them win so much is just, Mark Stout, I'm impressed with him being able to claw back some victory from every time Long Island Audit goes out and says all of his BS and thinks he's won. And then, we get a dose of reality, thankfully, from Mark Stout, to at least tell us about, like, oh yeah, all these lawsuits he claimed he's filing, or, oh, what were the real reasons his charges were dismissed? Those were good. Yes, he's good. Yeah, when gaming, it has been proven that wearing a Fez hat increases your FPS by 6.9%. Yeah, I want to get into gaming. I've done experiments with it, but I haven't really gone all out. There are times where I'm playing, I'm just thinking, like, should I just switch this on and just let people watch me completely suck at something? But I think it's just a matter of what games I want to do. Right now I've been playing around with Destiny, and I just finished the campaign. But at the same time, I want to try to stick to my motif. Maybe find some puzzle games or stuff like that. Something to help get the audience involved. you know, you're right, Paul. Like winning and escaping consequences are two different things. Like no sovereign citizen has won their case on the merits of their legal arguments. That is true. Like sovereign citizens do not. I mean, there is no victory. But you know, there are people who think that if they got to walk away, which I find ironic, they love to say the cops are doing the walk of shame, but when they're the ones leaving, they're doing a walk of shame. I mean, there was a great video that I think, I already covered it today. You know, this guy kept saying, "Oh, you know, I bet you, you know, I'm gonna leave or you know, leave before, or they're gonna leave before I do, or something." And it's just, you know, in the end, that was a bad prediction. Team Skeptic, if you want to learn how to turn on the game and entertain people by sucking back, just tune into Team Skeptic after dark. I gotta see more of everybody else who does the dual channels or dual content, you know, because I definitely want to try to do more. AZ Jeep Girl, thank you for joining us, you know, for becoming a member. And so I gotta work. I can't speak. I appreciate it though. Thank you. But yeah, so to kind of reiterate, moving forward, I'm not going away. You know, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. But no, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm just things just might not be as consistent as they've been so far. So you know, there may be only one video a week. That I may drop a random small video, and who knows? Maybe in the evening around this time, I might just fire up StreamYards and just stream me playing a game. You know, I may not say much, and I'll try to look over at the chat to see if anyone has any questions or anything fun to say. But you know, we're still growing. You know, we're only 6 months in. You know, we're just getting started. So it's great, and I hope to keep bringing you guys more, and hopefully the stupids will continue. I mean, I'd rather see them gone for good, but if they're going to stick around, I hope that they've never failed to disappoint on being stupid. You know, and hopefully we can get more victories than that YouTube will not limit or demonetize or otherwise, keep all of you from seeing. I mean, thankfully, you guys still turn out to watch those, but for some reason, I noticed their viewing numbers don't do as well when YouTube's not pushing it. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. 9070, I appreciate you guys all coming out. And let's see. Tell them I'm almost going to be stream on Wednesday night. I'd love to have you jump on. You know what? Yeah, if I'm free, I definitely would love to join you. I have to say, I think if you're not on my Discord, I think I might be on yours. But or unless you actually, do you have one? Now I got to look because I know I've seen you on someone's Discord before. So yeah, if you can find me on there, I got a link to it in the description. I'd love to get in touch on Discord. Just send me a message, and yeah, I'd love to join you. Sorry, see, I'm stumbling over my words. See, that's what happens. I'm starstruck. I mean, back on Sunday, I was fortunate enough to be on a stream with Radical Marvel, Marvel Girl and Cliff, and some lawyer guy named Artie was there, whoever he is. Anyways, I'm just kidding. I love you, Artie. Ooh. But yeah, I was so happy to be on there, and because, as I said, like one of my dreams getting on this was, I wonder if I'll make it enough to get invited onto those Sunday night streams that Schrodinger's Cat did. And when I got my first 1,000 subs, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'll reach out to him and see if that can happen. And sadly, 2 days later, and he was no longer with us. But here we are months later, and I made it on, and that was most fun I've ever had. It was just great. And as I said, I'm starstruck when I'm in the presence of these bigger names. James Champlin, thank you for the $5. I'm broke as crap, but I love seeing these losers get screwed over. Keep it up. Hey man, I appreciate it. But hey, if you really are broke though, it's like, you don't save your money. You don't have to. There's no obligation. But I appreciate it. Of course, that happens as you do 2 for 2. Also, shout out to Team Skeptic. Yeah, he is a badass. He is awesome, team. I love your stuff. I really do. It's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you're how should I put it? You don't sugarcoat it like I do. Like you go for the throat, and I love it. So, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here now, so I can open more of my windows and let more and turn on the fan louder because that way I don't freaking die of heat stroke in here. But yeah, thanks again for coming out, everybody. Again, really appreciate you all, and hope to see you next time. And who knows? Maybe this week before we reach Friday, I might drop a little video or two, just for laughs. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.